Hi all, welcome back to my channel. An update on an Amber Alert issued out of Newark, Delaware, for a 3-year-old little girl who was reportedly abducted last night, June 10th. Just took a very dark turn. Police issued an Amber Alert for 3-year-old Nola Dinkins after they say her mother told them she was abducted by a strange man who took her at gunpoint, and an extensive search for Nola took place overnight. Police said Nola's mother told them she was driving with Nola when Nola became upset in the back seat, so she pulled over to calm her when a strange man came out of the woods, held her at gunpoint, and took Nola away. Driving away in a vehicle with a blonde-haired woman driving. Then, this morning, police held a briefing to give an update on the Amber Alert, when they delivered quite the twist in the case instead. They said that the Amber Alert for Nola had been canceled because investigators found that Nola's mother was lying. And now, they've launched a homicide investigation instead. Here is how it all started.
Following breaking news at this hour, chances are you may have seen the Amber Alert on your phone in Newcastle County. A desperate search for this missing 3-year-old little girl right there, believed to be kidnapped at gunpoint.
So, Hank, the family, who was in the car when they're driving down when they pull over? Were both the mother and the father in that car?
I don't know about the father. Well, police are very clear that the mother had pulled the car over to speak with the little girl, Nola, who was kidnapped. The father's the one that called it in. I'm not sure that he was in the car or not. We hope to get further details from Newcastle police. But they got their hands full right now, guys. They've been dragging this net across Newcastle County all night long. I mean, take a look at the video. This was shot over the course of the last couple hours. Newcastle County police detectives swooping in on nearby Liberty Point apartment complex. Maybe 6 minutes from here where we are at county police headquarters, about 2 miles from where police say the little girl was taken. They were possibly following up on a lead. Greg Gilroy grabbing that video. They did not say much, did police, but were clear that they had not found the little girl in that search. And this is her, 3-year-old Nola Dinkins. Police say she was riding with her mother when her mother pulled over to speak with her. And that's when police say a bald white male in his 40s approached at gunpoint and took Nola in the area. Again, the 500 point of Gender Road in Newcastle. Police say he was wearing a black sweatshirt, gray basketball shorts, and escaped in either a dirty or rusty black Ford or Chevy SUV. Police issued this update late last night.
The white male was in a dark-colored SUV, possibly a Ford or Chevy, and was driven by a white female. The white male is described as approximately 40 years old, bald, with peach fuzz hair. The vehicle had possibly rust or dirt on the exterior of the vehicle, and the vehicle drove away with Nola Dinkins. Nola is 3 years old, approximately 3 foot tall, weighing approximately 25 pounds, with black hair and brown eyes.
Yep, so take a very good look at her. That is Nola Dinkins. She's 3. Let police know if you have seen her over the course of the last 12 hours. Again, this happened last night at about 7:15. Police add that they do not have a tag on the vehicle being driven, that dark SUV, by the alleged kidnappers. They also say they've got no reason to believe that Nola or her mother are any relation with the kidnappers, but they are looking for those two people, this bald man in his 40s, dark sweatshirt, gray basketball pants, and whoever that female was, they say, that was behind the wheel of that dark SUV. If you know or have seen either Nola or that SUV, call Newcastle police immediately. Time is of the essence, guys.
Certainly is. Troubling series of events. Let's get her home safely.
Keith and Aaron, you may be waking up if you live in Newcastle County with an Amber Alert notification on your phone. I received that as I drove into the area early this morning. There are also several messages expressing that there is an Amber Alert, an active Amber Alert on the interstate, all in search of this missing 3-year-old girl taken at gunpoint. Let's show you video of the scene last night, as well as a picture of 3-year-old Nola Dinkins. This happened around 7:15 last night in the 500 block of Gender Road. Newcastle County police say a white man in his 40s who was armed with a handgun took 3-year-old Nola Dinkins from her mother, got into an SUV, and investigators say a white woman with blonde hair drove them all away. Investigators described the SUV as a dark Ford or Chevy with rust or dirt on it. Nola Dinkins was last seen wearing a white t-shirt, leggings, and white shoes. And investigators told us late last night that there is no relation between Nola Dinkins and the two people who took her. If you have any information at all, or you see Nola Dinkins, you're urged to contact 911 immediately. Reporting live in Newcastle, Neil Fisher, NBC 10 News.
And here is the news report, including the latest update given by police, announcing they canceled the Amber Alert.
That breaking news, police are just about to give us an update on a 3-year-old girl who they say was kidnapped at gunpoint.
Investigators tell us it happened last night in Newark, Delaware. Newcastle County Police about to give us an update. We've been watching this picture for about the last hour and a half, in fact. This news conference scheduled for 9:30. This is Andrea Botterbush of the Newcastle County Police Department.
Looks like some of the reporters, photographers still getting set up here, but 3-year-old Nola Dinkins, there she is. There's her picture. An Amber Alert was issued for her last night. Officials claiming that a couple kidnapped her while holding her mother at gunpoint. Again, this happened Tuesday night around 7 o'clock in the 500 block of Gender Road in Newark, Delaware. Again, that is 3-year-old Nola Dinkins. We have been waiting all morning for police to give us an update. Here we go.
With Newcastle County Division of Police, here to discuss the Amber Alert for Nola Dinkins. Yesterday evening, approximately 7:15 p.m., patrol officers responded to the 500 block of Gender Road for reported kidnapping. Nola's mother advised that she pulled over after Nola became upset and was attempting to comfort her when an unknown white male armed with a handgun approached her and then took Nola. The suspect then fled in a dark-colored SUV driven by a white female. Ultimately, an Amber Alert was issued for 3-year-old Nola, and the Newcastle County Division of Police Criminal Investigations Unit, along with the FBI, began an intensive investigation that continued throughout the night. As a result of that investigation, detectives determined that the initial account of the investigation, or of the incident given by the mother, was false. The Amber Alert is now canceled, and there is no danger to the public. Sadly, this incident is now being treated as a homicide investigation by the Maryland State Police. Our detectives are continuing to work closely with the FBI and Maryland State Police. Additional information will be released as it becomes available. We'd like to thank everyone who has called in and provided possible tips and information. All media inquiries related to this investigation should be directed to the Maryland State Police Office of Media Communications. Thank you.
Are there any suspects on the homicide? No question?
Not at this time.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
A shocking update there, in fact, from Newcastle County Police revealing that this reported abduction Amber Alert has turned now into a homicide, that the Amber Alert has been canceled as the report had been deemed false. No suspects at this point. Again, we're talking about a 3-year-old girl by the name of Nola Dinkins, who reportedly last night around 7:15 was taken at gunpoint by someone when the mom had pulled over her car.
Yeah, she told investigators at that point, calling 911, that Nola became, I guess, upset in the back seat, and then an individual came out of the woods and kidnapped her daughter at gunpoint. But again, a shocking turn just after 11 o'clock this morning, as we found out that Amber Alert is over and that this is now being treated as a homicide by Maryland State Police. So still a lot of questions with what has happened, and we're hoping to get more information from investigators soon.
Yep, they didn't have much to say right there. Didn't really take a question. They had no suspects at this point. The FBI also apparently working on this homicide investigation now. We've been covering this, of course, since 11 p.m. last night, all morning long, and now a new twist in this case that we will continue to follow.
This story went from bad to worse very quickly. And we still have no real information about what happened to precious 3-year-old Nola. Maybe police don't yet either. But they say they know that what Nola's mother originally told them was not the truth. So, now we wait and pray for little Nola Dinkins. May God bless her soul. I'll be praying for her loved ones, who are no doubt in turmoil, waiting to find out what police learn happened to her. I hope they get answers very soon. Thank you for taking the time to listen to Nola's story. I appreciate it. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you on my next video.